Hey guys,
What's up?
it's us again.
Oh, it's 2:45 in the morning.
Yes, the witching hour.
No, that's
When-
the 3 in the morning.
Okay, we're almost there,
We're
right?
almost there. Yeah, we're here hanging out.
By cemetery.
Cemetery. Just
Two guys and
two guys and
no
yeah.
homo.
So he wants. My friend here wants to tell a story.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Alright, so I can't take credit for this story. I heard it many years ago. I'm 30. I heard this when I was like 14 years old in high school.
Okay, but the name. What's it called?
So
It's just somebody.
I'm not taking credit for it. So if you know who you are and you know this story, or I even forgot the name of the person who told it to me, but I just remember it was a really good story. So I'm gonna tell it to you guys.
Okay.
So, but if you know who you are and you listen to this,
And you're like, hey, that's me.
that's my story. Yes, email us, contact us,
Email the channel.
email the channel, and then we'll get in contact. But I'm not taking credit for it.
We'll
at
give you
all.
credit.
We'll give you credit. Yeah. But it was such a good story. I have to tell it. I remember. It's funny, right? I remember the story, but not the person's name.
That's how life is sometimes.
Yeah, man. You ready?
Yeah.
So this story is called the Bam Bam story.
Okay.
And I remember so little of it, I even contemplated not telling it to you.
Okay,
I just remember some of the good parts.
Just tell us what you remember.
Okay.
Especially right now, since it's kind of like quiet. We're next to a cemetery, and it's almost 3 in the morning.
All right, I'll tell it to you. So the guy who told me the story was a counselor, right? Or I don't know if he was the counselor, he was a counselor, or he knew somebody that was a counselor. But for
Okay.
the sake of telling the story, he was a counselor, right? And then he said that it was like at a summer school. And he said that everything was good until one day this kid walked in. He was a new kid, you know? But he was saying there was something very eerie about this kid. You know, like this kid had like an aura. And they say never judge a book by its cover, right?
Yeah.
But there's something about this kid's cover that made him seem kind of creepy, you know? But I tell you, when there's more, maybe as I tell you the story, more of the information will come out.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time since I told it, or since I heard it too. But these are the parts that I remember. I remember that he was telling me that when the parents were dropping off the kids, that they were very nervous. You know, they seemed like they were scared of the kid almost. You know,
Okay.
and they knew something of the kid, but they kind of like maybe they needed a break from him, right? Because if your kid has a lot of issues, sometimes
Summer camp is the best place.
yeah, let's get rid of him for a little bit while we go off and drink. But they just playing.
Yeah.
I'm adding that part. But okay, so they drop the kid off, and then immediately as the kid gets dropped off, really weird supernatural events start happening, where they were talking about how there's 3 incidents that I remember. So there was a story of in the camp. Okay, and like I said, I don't remember much of the story, but I want to tell you what I do remember. So there were some people. There were reported sightings of like a shadow, like as they were walking, like a shadow of a bird, a giant bird, will start following you. But there was no bird. They were saying like, "What is this bird? Why is there a shadow of a bird following us?" But there's no bird, you know. So then another creepy incident happened where they had cassettes. So this must have been like in the 90s or something, right? They had cassettes.
Well, people still use yeah.
In the early 2000s?
Early
Oh, yeah, you're
2000s,
right.
yeah.
I remember. But they had cassettes, and they were saying that they're taking some sort of lessons on they were listening to music.
Yeah.
You know? And as they were listening to the music, a really creepy voice came out. It says,
Oh shit.
"I'm gonna kill you." While they were listening to the music,
Oh.
it was like Radio Disney kind of like
Music.
la, 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 you know, those,
Okay.
you know, very innocent children music. But I guess that creepy like "I'm gonna kill you," you know, voice came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and they got really scared. And they're like, "What the fuck," you know? And they were I guess they wanted to hear what it was, and they rewinded, and nothing came out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, nothing came out, dude. It was just like just that evil, like one time that like that really evil saying. So this is the climax, and it sucks because there's so much of the story that I don't remember. But I just remember these incidents, you know, that they told me about Bam Bam,
Yeah.
you know? So, 'cause I remember there was more about his persona, and I really wish the person, if you hear this, you know what I'm telling you, even if it's not a real story, you know, if you know it, or if you know anything about it, tell us, you know?
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Why is it called Bam Bam? That's the kid's name?
I think that's the kid's name. Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, I heard this story 15 years ago, man. I don't even remember why this is called the Bam Bam story.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe I'll remember later, and I'll like, hey, let me do a part 2 where the things that I missed out.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't write this down, you know. I should have wrote it down.
Yeah. 15 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, I should have recorded it or something, but it was 15 years ago.
Maybe Bam Bam is the kid's name, or is like something that happens.
It's a kid's name.
Okay.
So I tell you this. So my friend, the counselor, he's sleeping one day, right? And he's sleeping in the dark, and he's sleeping by himself in the camp. And then he's saying that night he had trouble sleeping.
Mhm.
So he was just laying there in the dark. So I guess he looked up, and it was around 3 o'clock, like it is right now. He looks at the clock, and it's 3. And like, oh, okay, it's really late. Just let me at least rest here. Okay. So, you know, it's across from him. There's a chair, right? He has a desk, right? And he has a chair.
Yeah.
So he's saying that he looks at the chair and it's there, and he blinks his eyes and he opens his eyes, and the chair moved.
Oh shit, that's scary.
Chair moved, yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, that's weird. I don't remember it being there." Okay, so he's like, "Okay, no big deal, right? Maybe I didn't really look at it well." So he closes his eyes, and then this time the chair moves even closer.
Oh man, I hate that kind of stuff.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh shit, that's not right. That's not normal, right?" So he gets a little scared. He gets really scared. You know, he doesn't know what to do. So then he blinks one more time. And this time, as he blinks, the chair, there's someone,
Oh my
like
god.
a dark figure.
Okay.
Like a really big, dark, ominous figure sitting on the chair next to him. You can just feel him breathing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But do you remember anything about like what it was? Anything about?
But I think maybe he had paralysis too. He couldn't really move.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the other thing. Maybe
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis. Yeah.
No, but do you know anything about this? Like summer, it's a summer camp, right?
Summer camp.
So do you know anything like any history behind the summer camp? Maybe like crazy stuff that happened. You know?
Because originally I just wanted to tell you that was the main story. That was like the climax whenever I heard this story. I think I heard it twice.
Yeah. Anything else? Do you remember about this?
I just remember the guy couldn't move, and he felt like a pressure. Like he literally felt pressure coming from this dark entity. You know?
Okay.
I think he even felt the entity's breath.
You know, something like that. Never mind.
But then I think also what happened was towards the end of the summer camp, the parents came back, and the Bam Bam's parents, and they were like really mad at each other. You know, they were like, they took him abruptly, you know, and like I said, he was a really creepy kid. You know, something about his look where he like.
Did they like what's that kid's name? Pugsley from the Addams Family or what?
Yeah, I think he will fall into that category.
Okay.
You know, something like socially awkward. You know, have quiet child, but like, you know, who maybe he was screaming for attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were saying that how they abruptly took him right before the summer's camp ended.
Yeah.
So, but once they took Bam Bam, all the crazy incidents of the shadows and the creepy voices.
Maybe this family has like an entity, you know, attached to them. That's also part of, you know, also goes with the child.
Maybe, right?
You know?
Maybe, yeah. Dude, but I'm telling you, it's such a scary story, and I'm not doing it justice.
Okay, well, at least
at least I remember bits and pieces.
You remember it, you know.
Maybe it's fake. Maybe it's one of those stories they told everybody.
Like an urban legend.
An urban legend, and I would love to learn this urban legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just remember they call it Bam Bam.
You think if we look it up, we might have something?
Yeah, let's look it up,
Let's look it up. Let's see. Bam Bam story?
Bam Bam story. Imagine it's like a famous myth.
I don't see anything.
Bam Bam horror story.
The Bam Bam horror story.
What are all these naked women?
I don't see anything.
I'm just kidding.
They have a bandbox, but nah. So maybe.
Or Bam Bam Myth.
Oh, that scared the hell out of me. That person walking right there.
Bam Bam Myth.
Summer camp, right?
Yes.
Nope, nothing. But yeah, so I guess whoever knows this story can email the channel and tell us more about it. If not, then at least you got told a pretty creepy story. The last one kind of creeped me out.
Oh yeah,
that one kind of
climax.
Yeah, especially when I come home sometimes at night.
Oh shit!
And, like I see like, like
dark silhouette figures.
Yeah, dark silhouette figures, or I see something like moving the corner of my eye, and that kind of freaks me out.
Oh yeah.
And then like I hate movies when that's when stuff like that happens, especially when you're like, you look at something and then you look away and you look back and something's even closer to you. You're like, because you already know what's gonna happen at the end,
Oh shit! Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah. So
psychological suspense.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing the story.
Anytime,
right.
my pesto.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going, man. We gotta come up with a good catch thing.
All right.
I guess we're like, what is it? Let's wait and find out.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
All right, guys.
All right, good night.
Good night.